What's going on, guys? This is Rowan coming at you with another video. Surprise, I am out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And now I am on my way to Marvel Rivals. This game, I've been playing it for about 2 months and it's kind of captivated me. It's a lot of fun, team-based objective style gameplay. And I have put a lot of time in a single character that I liked a lot. Like, I mean, they have a lot of characters and they're all great, but this one kind of stuck out to me the most. And I figured I would make this first video about this character. She's very strong, very powerful healer, can really carry the game. So if you even just learn this one character, you can really carry games early and, you know, succeed your way through the ranked system and even just at the game. And I'll give you guys a wild guess as to who I'm talking about really quick before I begin. If you couldn't tell by the title, and if you couldn't tell by the girl on the screen, it is in fact Mantis. Mantis is a very strong character for all the reasons that I had mentioned before. I wanted to do kind of like a hybrid, like I wanted to do a guide video just kind of showing her abilities, some strategy, tips and tricks, and then do like an actual promotional game just a playback and just give you guys some, like, you know, some of my playmaking, game calling, and like, you know, just the intuitive choices I made throughout the game just to kind of get you thinking along the lines of what to do, like positioning and everything of the sort. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to go into practice range and kind of just showcase her abilities and give you guys some drills on how to get that done, you know, how to like improve certain mechanical skills with the character. So for now, let's talk a little bit about the categories of characters here. So the first one is Vanguard. That is all of these guys. These guys are your frontline tanks. They're the ones who are usually up front and just kind of leading the charge. These here are all of the duelists. These are your DPS characters. I mean, every game there's always 1,000 DPS characters. In this game, it's no different, and a lot of them all play drastically different, which is cool. So there's a lot of different takes on giving damage in this game, which is cool. Last one is your specialist. The specialists are usually they have some form of healing or some buffs or debuffs in their kit. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like the specialist class is broken in this game. Like, you have a lot of control over the game and you can carry games if you know how to play your characters very well. Like, your team just doesn't die, and some of these guys can even do pretty strong damage, almost like an off DPS character. So the one we're going to go into today is Mantis.
Martial arts
as you can see here to start with, she does have 275 health, which is a little bit higher than the average of 250. She has an ammo capacity of 20, which is awesome, so that means that you could shoot a lot and often. And the other thing that's important about this is that some characters have like a damage drop-off. She does not have a damage drop-off, and she has unlimited range in her shots, and they can critical hit. So she does about 50 every shot, and then 100 per swing, or, you know, per critical hit. And like I said, no damage drop-off. You can literally hit crits all the way from over here, and it's still a 3-shot kill. Pretty nuts. Other thing I wanted to go over was her passive, so check out her passive. So one of the passives is her movement speed. You can see it by the trail behind her. She has a trail, and also you could see like, obviously the movement speed. If the movement speed isn't enough, you just see the trail, and it's inside, or it's usually out of getting hit. So if you get hit here, like, you start slowing down, but it's kind of broken, and then 3 seconds later you've still got that trail behind you. Now what's insane about this ability is that you can literally like run as fast as you can, and you have a small hitbox, and they really have a tough time hitting you. Like, there's really not much they can do. And also, if you like, one of the best maneuvers to try to make yourself as unhittable as possible is kind of swaying back and forth, kind of like this, while shooting. And that'll just be really, really tough to deal with. Now with Mantis, you know, multiply that by 100 because she has like high movement speed. So you literally just keep going here, swinging and shooting, and you're just really tough to hit. So that's her passive, one of her passives. The other passive is her healing, or her leaves. So the way that the leaves work is that it's tied to her healing, her debuff, and her self buff. Those three abilities as marked by the leaves above them, like the LTL, B, and B. Anytime you use an ability, it actually starts healing. Like you consume a leaf and you start healing. You have a passive heal about 12.5 HP per second. Pretty awesome. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. Her leaves refresh every 3 seconds, but if you land a crit here, then you get it back immediately. I would personally concentrate. I mean, I wouldn't go out of your way to get crits because you don't want to put yourself in harm's way. So what I would do is I usually would take advantage of that unlimited range, shoot down the corridor, see if you hit people, just aim near their head, and you eventually hit their head, and then it's you can get your leaves back almost instantly. Now, going into the actual abilities of things, so that I'll kind of couple two of them together. You have a heal and a debuff. They both have a lot of similarities. The heal, when you throw it at the opponent, I mean, or at your team member, you have it gives them like 100 healing up front, and then it's like about 12.5 healing every, or maybe it might be about 50. But just the point is with this is that it's going to be like a pretty significant heal up front, and then you heal about 12.5 HP per second. So it does give them a pretty decent heal to start, and then it also sustains them a little bit so they can continue fighting. It is 8 seconds every time you start the heal process, and it does refresh, but it does not stack, so bear that in mind. Now, the only benefit of doubling up like this is you get that instant heal right away, so you just keep insta heal, and then you refresh the timer. So there is some benefit to doing it, so I'll do it if they're like critical and very low and I don't want them to die. And now the buff is the same idea. 8 seconds as well, gives them a damage buff, and every time they hit, you get like a marker, and if they actually kill, it does count as an assist towards you, so that's also kind of cool. You get rewarded for that. I do about like 70% healing and 30% buffing and debuffing just as like a general baseline, and obviously, like, you know, as the game goes on, you use your intuition, you can kind of like adjust that as necessary, but really you want to prioritize keeping your team members alive. I also try to aim for the tanks whenever I'm using the buffs, I mean, the healing. Like, whenever I heal the tanks to make sure that they stay alive. And then the DPS, I usually use the debuff, or I mean, the buffs on, like the damage buff, because you know, they're doing damage. I try to even save it possibly for ultimate. So, you know, Star-Lord has an auto aim. You hit Star-Lord with the debuff, I mean, like your damage buff, and then he ends up killing everybody in no time flat. I just try to save it for that. And even like Storm, let's say Storm goes in, you just hit her with the buff and then she just decimates everyone. So try to save it for ultimates. Pay attention to who's on your team, who's performing, who's not performing, because the high performers, you want to buff them to make sure they kill everybody. And then even your tanks, you just want to keep an eye on them and make sure that they're able, because even if, let's say, your tanks aren't doing very well, if you just keep healing them, and if they're just in there, then like that's just more targets for the enemy team to hit. And being that they're very big and they're hard, you know, they can kind of take up a lot of space, then you can use them in that sense. As horrible as to say, but you got to win your games, right? So, so that's, you know, your heals and your debuffs. Also, I mean, your heal and your damage. Other thing is that also important is that you can use them both at the same time, as you can see. So, like on the right-handed screen, the green bar is your heal, the blue bar is your buff, and you can use it on the same target or multiple targets. I mean, that's evident, the multiple targets, but using both at the same time, sometimes, you know, you may or may not know that you can do that, so that's very important to note. Now, going into the, I'll just do the self buff because it's pretty easy. So self buff, you just consume this. Now, a lot of times when I engage in 1v1 fights, I like to use this self buff because it does a lot of damage. I mean, it increases your damage substantially enough to where it's not going to do anything for headshot kills, as you can see. Well, I mean, if I can actually land headshots, but if you, so yeah, see, it's still 3 shots, but now if you literally shoot in the head once, shoot in the body once, shoot in the head once, that changes. So whenever you're engaged in a fight with somebody, you turn on your buff, you start shooting, like, you don't have to worry too much about hitting their head. I mean, you get a little bit of that damage buff, and I should hopefully give you an edge in the 1v1s. Also, now going into your RB skill, you can actually hit, so I'll just show it off of a target first. So it shoots in an arc, and then it lands in a cloud puff of smoke. It's important to pay attention to this, because it's really difficult to land. The easiest way to land this is by hitting it on the floor, because if you shoot it to the floor, that smoke is pretty large, and it gives them a 3-second sleep. Like, so they'll be asleep for 3 seconds. If they take any damage, they will wake up. So use that in, that's why I like using it in 1v1 scenarios, because in 1v1 scenarios I can kind of control that. Because like, if let's say I want to hit him here and then just engage the fight, I can line up a headshot and then just keep shooting. Or I can hit him with the stun, run away, and get back with my team, so that way I don't get killed or I don't lose an unnecessary fight. So you just kind of use your judgment on that. But the real combo for a 1v1 dive, if they jump on you, you want to either buff, stun, and shoot. Or you can stun first, buff then, and then shoot. Either one is fine. Or you can run away. I mean, either one is applicable. But you just want to put yourself in the best possible scenario. Other thing is with, don't forget, with this self-heal, if you consume a leaf and you're low, you end up getting that passive heal. So it's also important to keep that in mind, because whenever you engage in a fight, you turn on yourself buff. So let's say here, I go ahead, turn it on, now I get the buff, and now I just start shooting. And now I'm still healing, which is very important as well. Or if you don't want to self-heal, you can use any of these abilities, and you will still get that passive heal. So, and that's all of her abilities. I mean, that's really it in a nutshell. Now, going into her ultimate, the ultimate is the one that has like the 100 heal, and it increases your movement speed. That's important to note, and then also you get like bonus health if you're already at full health, so that's also very important. Now, with the super heal, you know, you get like, it's literally just left trigger on steroids. Like, you get like a huge instant heal, and then you get a lot of healing over time. It out-sustains most, or if not all, damage over time abilities. So think of Moon Knight, think of Storm, like anything that does damage over time, you're gonna out-sustain them. The only things that you fall to would probably be like a Scarlet Witch or something that has a really heavy burst. Like, I think I died to a Magneto once. I was so upset because he just max charged and just blasted me, and then I died because you can't out-sustain like a million damage. You know what I mean? Like a million damage, you're at 0. There's nothing you can do about that. And other thing, when you use this ultimate, this frees up your heal. Like, you don't have to heal anyone anymore. You can literally just start damage buffing everyone. Like, you just start damage buffing. Everybody gets a lot of damage. They get a lot of sustain. This is for 8 seconds, this heal. So just bear that in mind. There's a underlying theme of 8 seconds for everything. You know, your heal, your debuff, and your ultimate, all 8 seconds. Now, when you use your heal, it's always important to keep in mind positioning, because you could start it up, and then if it's 8 seconds, you got that 8 seconds. Now, let's say I'm in this fight, maybe I'm at 3 seconds, 2, 1, then maybe I'll get to a spot where I can kind of turn around and keep an eye on my team. You don't want to get left out there in the middle while you know, with your ultimate down, and then you just get destroyed. That has happened before. So, so that's all of her abilities in a nutshell. The only other thing I wanted to just kind of give you quick tips on is like positioning with her, because as a specialist, you don't want to really be up in front and like in a harmful position. You kind of want to be away from your team. Like, so hypothetically speaking, let's say there's a battlefield, you want to just kind of be here, you can pop out, maybe do some shooting, kind of come in and out, and then you can also land heals, and just make sure you always take advantage of cover, and also use your Chronos vision, because anything that could be destructible, let's say this wall is destructible, you're standing here, whoops, you know, they break the wall down, and then now you're exposed. So just always stand in a spot where you have sufficient cover, and you can just shoot from the side here, and just heal and buff your team as needed. And so you get view of them and your enemies, or even if, let's say I could get here, I don't think I can't get up here. Even up there and just, you know, raining heals down and shooting over the enemies is also very good. And yeah, that's really it for positioning tips and things like that. One of her downsides, Mantis, personally, I think, is her auto attacks are projectile. They're not hit scan. So as you can see, it takes a little while for it to go down range. So you want to make sure that you're leading your targets effectively. And what better way to heal or to lead these targets and work on your aim than this? I will show you. So you go down here. Now, this is like really like just a practice range where you get to shoot things. Now, I usually switch my parameters here. I usually pick something with a small hitbox, something like Spider-Man, and or anything else. I mean, you could do like Mantis. So I'll do like generated at random, and I'll do mid-range, just when they'll just move around. have them move. You could either do horizontal or random. I like random. I like the added challenge, and super fast. This will literally be overstudying for a test, not even joking. Like, as fast as these guys move, if you could track these guys really well, you will be able to apply this into the real game. So I'll just give you guys like a quick I'll just do, so I usually do 2 minutes. I'll just do 60 seconds just for sake of the video, but do 2 minutes. I would honestly, maybe 10 minutes a day, just doing this, just tracking. You will get so much better faster. And one other little tip I will say is I would lower the sensitivity, the horizontal sensitivity to about 100. That'll help like steady your shots a little bit more, so that way you're not like flinging the the stick, just your aim everywhere. That's another important thing. I mean, obviously everybody's gonna have like their sweet spot for sensitivity and things like that, but I've noticed that lowering mine actually made my shots a little bit more concise. But you could just try it out and see if it works for you. It would be like horizontal sensitivity to 100, and then the vertical to about 75. Now, I'll just kind of start this and just show you what you're looking at here. So the whole point of doing this as well, like for 2 minutes straight, is that no fight is going to last 2 minutes. So if you can track people consistently for 2 minutes long, that'll be way longer than any possible engagement you may have. So that's another thing. And also, once you start working on these, I personally don't even use any buffs. I literally, this is just pure accuracy, just pure hits. Because what will happen is you'll be able to defend, or kind of define a baseline for yourself of how many kills. I literally just look at kills. I don't even look at like headshot kills. I mean, if you want to be overachievers, you could totally do that. Me personally, I just try to set a baseline for something and then just try to beat it each time. So once I get to 60 seconds, I'll tell you what my 2 minute times are, or my 2 minute baseline, and then you guys can kind of compare and contrast, see how well you guys shake up to it. But you can see they're moving, jumping really fast, and they're really tough targets to hit. And just gotta, yeah, see? So I got 8. I mean, not horrible, but my baseline for 2 minutes is about 19 or 20. So from there, you guys can just, if you get 15, awesome. Then you could just see if you can get 17 next time, 18 next time, and just see if you can do it consistently. You keep doing this, your tracking will be absolutely crazy. Like my accuracy went from I think 16% all the way up to 35%. Like I'm actually hitting a lot more targets now just by doing this tracking exercise, and it's great. I mean, I would say just keep trying this and working through this, because this hero has a limited range. She can shoot downstream, like just really far. So working on your tracking here, you can just translate that into the game, and you would just keep hitting. You'll have a lot of damage, you'll have a lot of healing, and it's good. Like all your stats will be exactly where they need to be, and you can carry games. Like she really does it all: damage, healing, and even buffing. She's a very strong character. Now, the last thing I wanted to go over with you guys and give you guys just a quick example of is my skills. I'm saying my game, like my promotion game, and just show you how, or just everything that I showed you applied into a single match. And I feel like this would give you the most encompassed view of how to play her. And I'll just kind of talk you through my reasoning and why I did what I did. So this is gonna put me. It just, okay, I was like, it just froze. Alright, here we go. So this is the start of the game. It is, a capture. Now, so now as you can see, I'm already buffing people before I even start. Like, that's important, because then you can let them get buffed, and now as they start losing health, I can let my leaves recharge, and then I can start looking for possible heals. Positioning, like, I'm not way up front and center on the point. I'm like playing like behind cover, around corners, just trying to see if I can get my. See, I got a pick there, and she even stunned me, which was even crazier. I thought I was dead. I was like, oh, I'm dead, but I was able to work past that. Now I step up a little bit here. I'm a little aggressive. I probably shouldn't be doing that, but like I really do not respect the team right now. But I ended up going back to where I should be. Now, you see that the front lines are up front. They're doing exactly what they need to be doing, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start healing and supporting them while doing some damage. Because like I said, I mean, you can either do it to save or you can do it preemptively. You can start throwing your heals down early, so that way they can start sustaining before they even start losing health, and that'll help keep them alive longer. So we just got control of the point, and just kind of that was a really good ult. So I stepped back, healed, and then I started my ultimate. Now I'm just trying to see if I can get some picks on some of these guys. They end up running away. And I mean, that person is just abusing that teleport. I'm like, like I really wanted to kill her so bad, but she was able to get out safely. All of my team pushed up, so now I'm just playing behind them. They could just do what they do, and I'll just heal and buff as needed. But you see, like, you can heal, like, look at that. I have like 4 people healing at the same time. That's what you do as Mantis, just spreading your heals and just making sure that everybody stays alive. So I'm leveraging my right screen, just looking at all the bars. I'm also paying attention to my team and their habits. And I got caught by a Jeff. But yeah, I look at their battle tendencies, because, you know, if they're like really aggressive, then I want to try to stay near them and just try to heal them and make sure they stay alive, or, you know, or if they're too aggressive, then I maybe pull back and just look for somebody who's making better decisions. All depends on the game. So I ended up getting caught by Jeff. I couldn't do anything about that. Like, I heard him and I tried to run for a safe place, but I mean, you hear it. By the time you hear it, a lot of times it's too late. There are some times where I do dodge his ult though later on, which you'll see. But yeah, Jeff just kept beating the hell out of me this game. He was like my biggest problem. But it's fine, because like he did all of that. Like, they have the point, but we're gonna end up taking it back. So yeah, I took a little bit of damage there. I immediately threw a self buff just to get my healing going, but I was not in the right position. Like, my tank left me behind, stupid tank, because he just kind of walked away from me, and I wasn't paying attention, and I could have went back with him. I should have followed him. As I was mentioning, you got to look at your team and their tendencies. So if your tank is playing less aggressive and just playing very cautious, you got to kind of mirror that, otherwise you're going to be caught out of position. So yeah, just staying behind everybody, still doing what I'm doing. Now I see these guys playing very aggressive, and luckily we were able to capitalize on it, because there's no reason she should be up there without any of her teammates. And now my Winter Soldier's just going off, killing everyone. And I hear him like just going way out there, so I was like, oh shit, let me hit him with a heal. So I throw a heal down. I didn't buff him just because I felt like that's an execute, so like he's already gonna execute them. I just wanted to keep him alive. So now, I just, yeah, like the Venom tried it and just failed miserably. Like, I was prepared for him. I got my ultimate. Now I panic and run around the wall. I between the sleep and like just everything, I was like, oh, I'm not getting away from that. I lucked out. And yeah, we got it. I mean, we killed her, and that was it. We got the first one. I was so happy. Very well played by the whole team, and you know, kept our deaths to a minimum, and we were able to just keep it going. That's the big thing about this game. Like, if you can honestly just keep your deaths to a minimum and stay alive, like, that gives so much more value to your team. Now, the second one we end up dropping, which I was real sad about. So yeah, like I end up throwing some heals down from up top. I start dropping down into like a spot. Like, I mean, this isn't the most ideal position. Like, I could have probably took the high ground, but I was near a health pickup, and I'm just kind of overlooking the battlefield, just trying to heal. But then this stupid jerk, Moon Knight, is really going to be the biggest bane of my existence this game, and I think the next round too. But I'm just trying to pay attention to his onks, and I'm trying to look, because a lot of times they'll be high up, so I'm trying to look at their, you know, like, where are they? Like, are they, like, shooting down, and see if I can harass them a little bit. So we got control. I'm just keeping an eye on the team. Now I see Winter Soldier moving in, so I was like, oh, let me just hit him with a double heal. Now see, I stand on the stairs, because I heard that dumbass Jeff. And sure enough, he grabbed some people. But now, yeah, see, Scarlet Witch is... see, I'm getting hit by 2 people. I'm getting hit by Scarlet Witch and Moon Knight. Now, I realize that I'm not near anyone. I start panicking, and I try to get around the corner. It was way too late for that. I probably should have just kept behind the other corner, or behind the other wall, and just kind of walked around and bought some more time for the team. Because as you can see, the team is moving up already. Maybe I could have just... even just to get them, like, looking at something else other than my team. That's alright, there's always next time. So yeah, the freaking Moon Knight had to die. I was like, fuck that guy. And I was like, Moon Knight's an asshole. So I just dropped him immediately. Like, he's really been just such a pain this game. So he's out of the fight. I turn my ultimate on. I try to use that to form some aggression just to have my team push and rally behind me. Try to see if we can take this point again. So, I mean, most of them are already pushed back. They're not really anywhere threatening. I just have to try to keep an eye on those windows as soon as I say that stupid Moon Knight. So, killed Azan, killed him. So, yeah, I'm like looking at that top window, and here comes Venom. And here comes Jeff as well. So there's a lot of people going. People are really just trying to take the point for, you know, for good reason. So yeah, here comes Moon Knight again with his bullshit in the top. I go for Cloak and Dagger's heal her little bubble just to gain some health, and then try to see if I can rain down some fire up in that window. So this is enemy ult, or enemy Mantis ult. She was easy to read this time. I was able to get behind a wall. Now I'm trying to save this guy's life. I'm just jumping, throwing heals because I couldn't like get the heal on him, so I had to jump over the railing. I hit him, I put him to sleep, and then I started panicking because he's such a big hitbox. I couldn't walk around him. I was like, get away from me! But thankfully, didn't have to worry about that. Like, I thought I was dead though. I was like, oh, I'm definitely dead here. But then this time I actually do it the right way. I stun him and then just walk away with my team. I go ahead and hit my ult. Now he definitely can't kill me. So now I'm just really looking for somebody to shoot at this point. Like, I'm just like, all right, like, who can I hit right now and put damage on? And that's what lost us the game right there. That Moon Knight just got a stupid ultimate and just wiped out my team. I was out of position because my whole team died and I didn't retreat. And that's game. I probably, again, in hindsight, like, I probably should have, like, the minute that ult happened, I probably should have ran back, like, and just, like, retreated with the team. Because, I mean, I might have been able to win the game. Like, even if I just backed away and then when my team was kind of nearby, like, I could have just jumped and tried to contest the point just to initiate overtime. Like, another big mistake. I mean, I didn't die very much this game, but I died enough to where it mattered. Like, you know, like, that was a pretty costly death. That probably cost us the round. But it's okay, because, you know, one of my team members quit, so it was awesome. Like, you know, I guess one of the guys got really pissed off and ended up leaving the game. So now it's a 5v6. And I kind of rallied the team a little bit. I was like, hey guys, like, don't worry about it. Like, let's just try to see. I mean, we've got one more round, so just see what we can do in this one more round. And, just kind of started here. Took out the Scarlet Witch. I took a high position, but stupid me, like, I'm engaged. Well, it was almost a 2v1. Now it's, you know, now, yeah. Like, like it was stupid. I don't know why I did that. Because even though the Magneto wasn't, like, actively attacking me, he was still a hitbox and he was still kind of in the way. So he might have, like, soaked up some of the damage. So that was just not a smart fight. But I do get a little bit of revenge. I run back up here. Get back to the high ground, and I'm just dead red on this moron. I'm just like, yo, he needs to die. Took him out. I was like, get him out of here. Throw some heals. I'm starting to overlook the battlefield, just trying to see if I can get an edge on the point. I see the Namor, hit him with a, you know, a buff, to see if we can get some kills. Now I try to get into a better position to see more of my team. Namor is doing some crazy nonsense. I was like, what are you doing? Just stay up top. I don't know why he ran down there like that, but I'm going to try my best to keep him alive because I think he was one of the higher performers in the game. Got my ultimate going, but then the enemy Mantis did as well. I tried to stun her, just to see if my team could kill her, but it didn't work out. Now, I hear Jeff, I go right to the stairs. I was like, nope, you're not catching me in that bullshit. I was like, this is not happening. So, just getting up top, shooting people, taking advantage again of the cover. Now, I mean, see there, I mean, I probably could have took an extra second just to line up a better critical hit, but it's alright. I mean, at least I scared them off for the point. That's really all you're trying to do. You just need the point. The kills are great, but the point is the objectives are more important. She goes to ult. I try to run wherever I could. I get the corridor, so now I'm safe. I run behind my group. Even then, like, she did that ultimate, I panicked. I was like, wait, nobody's near me. I need to get out of here, and I just ran away. So it kind of worked out. It was almost like a little reminder. Group hits him with the wall, blocks him in, and we finally get rid of that venom. And then now we just start snowballing. I turn my ultimate on. I start kind of throwing myself in front of them just because they can't kill me because I'm healing. And then the rest of my DPS can do what they do. She really gets that teleport down because that was the last killing shot and she just teleported out of there. But it didn't matter because we got the point back. Now, I mean, she's eventually going to die though. Or at least I think she is. Oh yeah, she did. Because, I mean, she kept teleporting and she was, even though she teleported, she was still in a compromising position. Everybody's pushed back. Now we can just sit here and get comfortable. So now that I know they're going to be coming around that corner soon, I'm just hitting everybody with buffs, just so that way they can start putting out damage. I also try to pay a little bit of attention. Now, again, like, I was not, like, I'm paying attention, but I'm not aware, or hyper aware, because the Jeff hasn't used his ult recently. I probably should have gotten off the point or kind of went somewhere, like, safer. But I don't, I still just continue to fight here with the team. I mean, I'm trying to kill the Jeff, but I mean, I feel like I could have maybe shot him from a little bit further away. So see Jeff there, I'm like, oh, he's definitely dead. Nope, he ults. And there I go again. Now I start panicking because literally, like, we're at 99 and it's overtime. I'm like, get me the hell over there. I need to ult. My ultimate is gonna be ready soon. I need to just hurry up. So I just beeline it over. I ult instantly, and I didn't even really need it. I ulted it just in case, and that was it. That was the game. Like, I ended up winning a 5v6 because of just making the right plays and just being on top of the, top of the team, helping them with heals, doing damage where I can. I mean, Mantis really is like a full utility hero because she can do pretty solid damage, pretty solid healing. And, even her self-peel is very strong. She has a good self-peel. Like, she can, with that sleep ability, just throw the cloud, run away, or throw the cloud, engage. Like, she's really, like, I mean, it's funny how underrated she is, because I don't think she really shakes up in a lot of people's tier lists. Like, they say she's strong, but there's obviously Cloak and Dagger and other characters that, rank above her. But to really just carry games, like, she really does it all, like damage and healing and just anything else you need her to do. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, just quick recap, make sure you utilize all of your heals, and just try to spread them across the battlefield, and maybe double up or triple up if you need to, if somebody's really critical and you want to keep them alive. Buff your DPSs, heal your tanks, and get off damage while you can. Don't forget to work on your aiming, do your aiming drills and things like that. Just keep doing that 10 minutes a day. You'll get your aim up in no time and track really well. And yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I might be doing more of these guide videos. Like, this is Mantis. I might pick up some other characters and do more of these guides, because I really do thoroughly enjoy this game. And I've been playing ranked consistently. I'm in Gold 1 right now. Like, I'm going to try to see how far I can get, maybe for Platinum this season, and maybe really grind next season. So I'll try to keep the content up and see what I can put together. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next guide.